You ever wonder why some people walk all over you while others seem untouchable? It's not luck. It's not charisma. It's because one group has boundaries and the other lets bad behavior slide. Here's the truth. Every time you let someone get away with nonsense, you're training them that it's okay. You're basically handing them the green light to keep disrespecting you, but not anymore. Today, we're going to expose 5 unacceptable behaviors you should never tolerate. Number 1. Constant disrespect. Let's get one thing straight. Disrespect is not a personality trait. It's not just their sense of humor. It's not something you should get used to. Disrespect is poison, and the second you let it slide, you're basically telling people, hey, it's totally fine to treat me like trash. Think about it. When someone constantly interrupts you, talks over you, rolls their eyes when you speak, or downplays your opinions, they're sending you a message loud and clear. You don't matter. And if you stay quiet, you're sending one back. You're right, I don't. People test you. The first time they make a joke at your expense, they're watching your reaction. If you laugh it off, congratulations. You just gave them permission to do it again, and it won't stop there. What starts as a snide comment in front of friends turns into flat-out disrespect in private, and before you know it, you're the punchline of your own relationships. So what do? You shut it down, calmly, firmly, and without apology. You don't need to fight, you don't need to scream. A simple, don't talk to me like that, or even just walking away sends the message that you're not the one to play with. Respect is the minimum requirement for access to you. If they can't give you that, they don't get you at all. Number 2, manipulation and guilt trips. Ah yes, the oldest trick in the toxic playbook, guilt trips. You know the lines, wow, after everything I've done for you. Or, I guess I'm just the bad guy then. Here's the truth. Guilt is their favorite weapon because it works on good people. If you've got a heart, they'll try to use it against you. They'll act wounded, play the victim, or throw some crocodile tears to flip the script. Suddenly, you're defending yourself instead of addressing what they did wrong. It's emotional blackmail, plain and simple. The more you give in, the worse it gets. The first time, they guilt you into forgiving them. The second time, they guilt you into excusing them. By the third, you're apologizing for expecting basic decency. And now they've got you right where they want you, trained to ignore your own boundaries to protect their feelings. So what do? You stop playing their game. When someone drops a guilt trip, don't explain, don't justify, don't beg. Just recognize it for what it is, manipulation. A simple, I'm not responsible for how you spin this, or that's not going to work on me, shuts it down cold. Remember this. People who respect you won't need to manipulate you. People who love you won't use guilt as a leash. Number 3, taking without giving. We all know that one person who treats relationships like an all-you-can-eat buffet, they pile their plate high with your time, your energy, your support, but when it's their turn to give back, suddenly they're busy, their phone dies, or they pull the classic, I'll get you next time, but there is no next time. People who only show up when they need something don't see you as a friend, partner, or teammate. They see you as a resource. You're not in a relationship with them, you're running customer service for free. And every time you let it slide, you're training them to believe that your generosity has no limits and your time has no value. And here's the dangerous part. Takers never stop taking. They'll drain you until you've got nothing left. And then they'll complain you've changed when you finally set a boundary. Of course you've changed. You stopped letting them use you like an emotional ATM. So what's the move? Simple. Start matching their energy. If they only come around with their hand out, stop filling it. Invest in people who invest back. Relationships should be a two-way street, not a one-way highway straight into your wallet, your schedule, and your sanity. Number 4, dishonesty. Lies are deal breakers. Period. And I'm not just talking about the big dramatic lies you see in movies. I'm talking about the little ones too, the white lies, the half-truths, the, oh, I just forgot to mention. Lies are like termites. Small, sneaky, and invisible at first, but given time, they'll eat the whole foundation of your trust until the relationship collapses. Here's the ugly reality. Once someone shows you they're comfortable lying, they've already told you who they are. A liar is a liar, whether it's about where they were last night or why they didn't see your message. And the most dangerous lie isn't the one they tell you. It's the one you start telling yourself. It's not a big deal. Maybe I'm overreacting. They probably had a good reason. That's how you gaslight yourself into tolerating betrayal. Honesty isn't optional. It's the minimum. If you can't trust someone's words, then every smile, every promise is up for debate. And who wants to live like that, constantly playing detective in their own relationships? So here's the rule. 1 lie, maybe you misheard. 2 lies, maybe they slipped. 3, congratulations. You're dealing with a professional. Don't waste your time trying to fix them. A liar doesn't need another chance, they need distance. Your distance. Number 5, disrespecting your boundaries. Let's make this crystal clear. When you say no, the conversation ends there. No is a full sentence. But toxic people don't like that. They'll poke, push, and pressure until you either give in or explode. And then they'll call you the problem for overreacting. This is entitlement, plain and simple. People who ignore your boundaries aren't confused, they're not forgetful, and they're not just persistent. They know exactly what they're doing, testing how much of yourself you're willing to sacrifice just to keep the peace. Think about it. You say you don't want to go out tonight, and they keep nagging. You say you don't lend money, and suddenly you're selfish. You say you need space, and they crowd you harder. Every time you let that slide, you're teaching them one dangerous lesson. Your boundaries are negotiable. But here's the truth. Your boundaries are not up for debate. They're not requests. They're not suggestions. They're the rule book for how people get to treat you. And anyone who can't respect them has no business being in your inner circle. So, the next time someone tries to bulldoze your no, don't explain, don't justify, don't water it down. Stand firm. If they walk away because you enforced your limits, good, they just saved you the trouble of cutting them off later. At the end of the day, your peace, your dignity, and your self-respect are worth more than keeping anyone who constantly disrespects them. The moment you stop tolerating these 5 behaviors, you send a clear message. I know my value, and I refuse to accept less. If this hit you, don't just sit on it. Share this with someone who needs the reminder. And if you're ready to take your power back, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment, and let's start building a world where respect is the baseline, not the exception. Protect your peace. Demand your respect. And remember, what you allow, you encourage, so allow better.